New question, the member from Haliburton, Fort Orange Brock.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is for the Minister of Tourism, Culture and Sport. Minister, Ontario used to be yours to discover, but that won't be the case for much longer with your government's decision to increase the province's aviation fuel tax by 148%. The National Airlines Council of Canada projects this tax increase will drive away 400,000 more air travellers and greatly impact hotels, restaurants, travel agents and tour operators, among others who support this industry. Minister, do you have any idea how many jobs that will cost those working in the tourism industry?
Again, the Minister of Tourism, Culture and Sport.
Minister of Finance.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I think the member opposite also recognizes in order to promote tourism, economic growth, the vitality of our province, we must make those investments in infrastructure, investments in things that make us competitive. They want to make certain that we have an air rail link from Union Station to the airport. They want to make certain that we eliminate gridlock, which is costing $6 billion annually. They want to make certain that when we attract tourism, they have the availability and the ability to see the province in all its glory. And in so doing, Mr. Speaker, we're raising aviation tax by 1 penny per litre. That is modest in comparison to the lion's share of taxes and services and fees that are being charged by the federal government. I would recommend the member opposite talk to Lisa Raitt and the federal government to reduce their taxes. Thank you, Mr.
It's always Harper's fault. Always Harper's
Well, Minister, I guess the shuffle to Buffalo will just increase.
Exactly.
You know, in 2012, British Columbia, as part of its jobs plan, and despite facing budget constraints, actually decided to eliminate its fuel tax on international flights to attract new services and create new jobs. And it has worked. They have 22 airlines adding new flights out of Vancouver, while injecting millions into the BC economy. Each new daily international flight creates between 150 and 200 new jobs, and another 400 jobs are created in hotels, restaurants and other businesses. The proof is in the numbers. Your government's proposed tax increase will threaten at least 3,000 jobs. Will you commit today to stop this needless tax hike until you study the full implication that the job losses will have on the tourism industry? Do that today, Minister. Do that.
So, Mr. Speaker, we have a comparison between Ontario and the Ontario Airport, the major one being, of course, Pearson International Airport, compared to the other international airports around the world, and Ontario continues to be more competitive than they are. So we will continue to do so. This hasn't changed since 1992, but when you look at the tax that we're talking about, 2.7 cents versus what's being paid in London at 69 cents, Mr. Speaker, or Paris at 54 cents, New York at...
Stop, please. The member from the P and Carleton is warned. Finish, please.
We compare it against Chicago and even other provinces like Manitoba. Ontario will still be more competitive than they are. But again, the member opposite talks about balancing the budget, making certain that we take the necessary steps to increase our revenue where possible, to invest in those things that matter. That's the balanced approach that we're taking. The member opposite should also be, again, talk to your federal cousins who are saying to increase our revenues and take advantage of those things that we can to improve our bottom line. That's exactly what we're doing. I would again, talk to your cousins and get them to...
Thank you. The member's taking a tightrope walk.